fans, Joe Motion Videos 82 here. It is time for another G.I. Joe toy review. Today we are going to be looking at the 1983 Major Bludd. Now Major Bludd was quite an interesting character. He was a mercenary, kind of like Zartan, you know, a gun for hire. He was kind of a mysterious dude in a way, because he didn't work for Cobra, yet he was a bad guy. The action figure shows him with several sets of dog tags, and we'll get into that part when we look at it. But he's one of my favorites now as an adult. As a kid, I didn't like him too much. Not necessarily because of the cartoon character, but because of his cybernetic arm. It just freaked me out. The elbow doesn't bend, and it has these weird three-finger grip, and it's just a weird thing. And there isn't much known that I know about anyway. I don't have very many comics with him in it. To explain why he's missing his arm, is it because he lost it in combat, or is that shielding because of his gun? It fires a missile. You know, that, in my opinion, that is still up for debate. So if any of you know for a fact the reason behind his arm, let me know down in the comments. Or if you have another theory, please share that as well. I would love to hear it. Is anything I could learn about G.I. Joe, the better. You know, I enjoy helping others who are starting off collecting, and just sharing with other people and talking about G.I. Joe with others. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. So, when Major Bludd came out in 1983, he was an early bird mail-in. You can see he was sold carded later in '83, but he was available by mail away for $1.75 plus 5 flag points. Seems like you're getting a deal. This just dawned on me when I was writing it down. $1.75 plus 5 flag points. Each G.I. Joe came with 2 flag points. And they sold for around $2.35 up to $2.35 around that time. So that means you had to either spend $4.50 or $4.70 to get 4 flag points, but there were 5 flag points, so you either had to send in 6 or find like an battlefield accessory pack, which came with a half a flag point, and then you had to buy another one to get another half, or you just send in 6, but they never gave you change back on the flag points. So you were spending, say, $6.75 to get him for $1.75. Hasbro was still making money. You know, it just hit me, but it was cool to get these things in the mail, and it seemed to take forever. You know, 6 weeks to get an action figure in the mail. I have the mail-in Anakin Skywalker from Return of the Jedi. Oh man, I remember bugging my mom almost every day. Did Anakin come yet? Did my Anakin come yet? You know, 6 weeks seemed to be forever, especially for a kid. And then when it did come, she didn't tell me for 3 days, you know, just to be cruel. She was like that. So it yeah, it was really neat back then, getting stuff in the mail. You know, it still is fun getting stuff in the mail, you know, especially toys. But yeah, you had to spend a little bit more money to get these mail-in exclusives, and then to later have it come out on the pegs. Yeah, crap! I should have saved. But anyway, so when he was available on the pegs from '83, he was carded as a part of the second series. He was discontinued in 1985. In 86 through 87, he was available through Hasbro Direct, as it came with 9 other action figures as a part of the original action team that came with a carrying case, which was pretty cool. But Yojo.com did not say which action figures it came with or what carrying case. Otherwise, I would show you those action figures. I don't have any carrying cases, unfortunately. So again, in 1989, he was available. He came alone through Hasbro Direct. Now, there wasn't any variant on him when he was sold through Hasbro Direct. Pardon me, we're having a storm. Probably the last one for the year, unfortunately. It doesn't rain much during the summer. So yeah, there weren't any color changes with him that I know of through Hasbro Direct. So it's essentially the same action figure, and I'm sure they had a bunch left over from the mail-ins. I didn't know very many people who were getting the mail-ins at that time. They were just buying them out of the store. And mail-away slips usually came with a vehicle or a play set, and those were a little bit pricey sometimes. So there is a file card variant which has 2 different poems. The earlier poem which I have. It's I'll read that one, and then again there's a later from, I think, like from 84, 85, there was another poem on there that he had written. But yeah, it went something like mercenaries are like mercenaries are like a pawn shop gun, blah blah blah. It starts off something to that effect. And the Hasbro Direct file card was a red back card. He did make his first comic book appearance in Marvel Comics, and issue number 106. And his original retail price was $2.25. Not bad. So, as far as childhood memories, I really don't have much with him. I didn't play with him. I know my friend John had him, so we didn't play with him much. There were other cooler figures that we did focus on, but I just did not like Major Bludd because that funky arm. I just could not get around that. So, yeah. It wasn't until my adult years I started appreciating them a lot more. So let's go ahead and get into this review. Alrighty, so here he is, Major Bludd. Oh, quite an interesting guy. Let's go ahead and take a look at his accessories first. he came, try not to block the lamp here. He came with this black pistol. Interesting looking thing. It's a futuristic pistol. I thought it was a laser at first when I first saw it, but it's a rocket launcher. It's made out of a very soft black plastic, similar to what comes with the Vamp. As you see, it's fraying down at the grip. His backpack holds 3 additional missiles. And look at that. The sculpt of these missiles in there are actually pretty close to the same size as the gun. Very nice attention to detail on that. It's just your standard peg on the backpack. Pretty nice in general. I like it. Major Bludd, right off, he has this very menacing eye patch and a bro stash, Cobra style helmet. He's wearing this black body armor, a black Kevlar vest it looks like, and there are the multiple dog tags. I again apologize for the lighting. I have all the lights turned on in this room, but this house is built back in the 50s and the lighting is not up to par like modern day lighting. So this Kevlar vest straps all the way around to the back. And here is his mechanical arm. It does not bend at the elbow. It's locked in a fist. And he only has 3 fingers, if you could see that. So the first 2 here, and his thumb has this weird texture pattern on it. That just really freaked me out as a kid. And in the cartoon, it shows he has this huge triangle on there. But kind of a wrist gauntlet. So they gave him a normal arm in the cartoon. And he has this weird unit patch, which it's green. I can't really quite make it out because it's scratched up quite a bit. He has 3 hash marks down on his sleeve here, which indicates he served at least 12 years. I was wearing a black padded glove, brown shirt, brown pants with this very regal looking stripe. As a kid, I loved pants that came with a stripe on them, especially Cobra Commander. For some reason, that was just the coolest thing for me. He's wearing black jack boots, and he has a black pistol sculpted on his right leg. The straps go all the way around. Unpainted though, I wish they would have done that. And given him some sort of a belt. So his waist piece is pretty bland. But all in all, he's a decent figure. His head only moved right to left. Had he come out in 85, it would move up and down. But he's pretty decent. You know, I like him now. The uniform really pops. You know, it's very subdued. It's suitable for military. And he was in the hierarchy of Cobra. He, I would say, served right under the Baroness. It'd be Cobra Commander, Destro, Baroness, and Major Bludd. But, you know, that's Cobra is an unconventional army, so why not have a mercenary as your hierarchy? And so let's get into his file card. See, it was clipped off the back, and this is when swivel arm battle grip was new. And seeing that, man, that was the coolest thing. I said, whoa, swivel arm battle grip, what's that? You know, it was so cool to see that. So his code name, or he's a mercenary, code name Major Bludd. It shows his affiliation as G.I. Joe. No! No, 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 no. Later file cards fixed it to the enemy. His file name is Bludd Sebastian. Seabass Bludd. What's up, man? Primary military specialty, terrorist. Secondary military specialty, weapons and tactics. Birthplace, Sydney, Australia. Okay, he did speak with an Aussie accent in the cartoon. He is a grade 04 major. Middle paragraph reads, Bludd received initial military training in the Australian Special Air Service, the ASAS. Later joined the French Foreign Legion. So I wonder if he knew Bear Grylls. Bear Grylls served in the French Foreign Legion. Worked as a military advisor in a number of countries and is currently wanted for crimes in Rhodesia and Libya. You bad man, you. Proficient with every form of infantry weapon in current use. Bludd has a tactical mind like a steel trap. Qualified expert in all NATO and Warsaw Pact arms. And the bottom, Major Bludd writes poetry badly. Here's his poem. When you are feeling low and woozy, slap a fresh clip in your Uzi, assume the proper firing stance, and make the suckers jump and dance. That came from the Attica Gazette, and Attica was a state prison. So obviously he served some time in there. And I wonder if they let him keep his funky arm there in prison, or if they had to give him a different prosthesis. So there you have it. Very cool looking figure. I like his body armor, especially. That's Major Bludd in a nutshell. So, yeah. Pardon me. I don't feel like hooking up with oxygen today. Oh, my dog came over to visit. Hey, baby. My Dalmatian. All right, so Major Bludd. Quite an interesting dude. There were several versions that did come out with him later, especially with Battle Corps. I never got it. I just didn't like the way the Battle Corps Major Bludd looked. Normally don't promote food products, but if you guys haven't tried this orange vanilla Coke yet, I suggest you do. It is very, very good. I really like it. More of a Pepsi guy, but that Coke is the bomb. Okay. So here we go. My favorite segment of the show, Byron's Gripe. Alrighty. Now, I did not find very many right now for sale. There are more of the modern versions or the later versions of him, especially the Battle Corps. There is one out there with a reproduction unpunched file card being sold for $72. So those reproduction cards look pretty nice, but I'm not so much into that because they're taking a near mint action figure, making a reproduction card, slapping it on there, and charging you an arm and a leg. I get it, you have to recover your costs and all of that. And there are people out there who are looking for a carded figure. And that is a nice and inexpensive way to go at getting a carded figure. But if I'm going to buy one carded, I want it on the original card. I'll review this dude later on down the road, but picked him up for a song and a dance. A thrift store, I think it was, or a comic book shop for $9. Did you believe that? Very, very good deal on that. So if I buy carded, I want the original card. But that's just me. Now, there are some out there that are Japanese. The Japanese release. Those are being sold from $40 to $59.99. And those are fixed prices. So that's a pretty decent deal on that. As I've seen these Japanese carded figures go at auction for around $100 or more. And so having a fixed price on that is a smoking deal. His file card, I only found one, and it was the release I just read to you. $3.99. Okay, I will go with that. The Hasbro Direct card, I didn't see any out there, but it has your typical white border that goes across the top here, and it has a flag point on it. So I didn't see any of those, but it does have a red back on it. So you see a red back card, it's usually from Hasbro Direct, as they came bagged with the card. A complete Major Bludd, $14.99, deal of the day with that one, and up to $69.99. Really? $69.99? You know, you're not sitting on King Tut's tomb. You know, these aren't Solomon's mines that you found him in. $69.99? Come on. Bugger me blind. That $70. And, you know, $3.99 shipping on top of that? No. Oh, his gun. There are several out there from the Battlefield accessory packs. I used to have this one. I found it in my backyard when I was a kid. I was about 14 when we moved into this house, and I found all kinds of G.I. Joe weapons in the backyard. According to the neighbors, this kid just loved G.I. Joe. And that's exactly why I never took my weapons outside. It's a pale blue, kind of a powder or a baby blue gun. Wish I still had that one. I would have showed it to you, because it's pretty cool. I used it, I thought it was Cobra Commander's gun for the longest time, because I knew Cobra Commander had a weird looking gun, until I saw Cobra Commander's gun later on in the yard, made out of the same powder blue, and hey, there you go. So I think that was accessory pack number 3 that those came in. If you know differently, please let me know. Incomplete. Oh, the battle accessories, excuse me, $1.50 to $3.50. I wouldn't pay more than $2.75, to be honest, unless you're trying to complete your battle pack. Then if $3.50 was the last one, yeah, I would go with that. Incomplete Major Bludd from $10 to $11. It came just with his backpack. Complete with a full card back, $45.99. No, it's that come on, that's just way too much. Really, that is. I would just buy. It's cheaper to buy him separately, and then later on wait for the full card back if you want one. You know, it's cheaper to do that at those prices. His accessories, the gun and backpack together, only one I found out there, they're going for $9.99. I didn't find his backpack or original gun being sold separately. So, which kind of surprises me. There aren't so many. There are a lot up for auction, and I won't ever quote you an auction price, given the fluidity of them. But there is one auction price that I will mention because the auction did close and it didn't sell. I just happened to come across it. Mint on card. The guy had a reserve set for $300. It wasn't graded. I would hate to have seen what this guy was selling it for if it did have an AFA grading. $300. Come on. Shoot, that's the car payment. Man. So, yeah, it surprises me in a lot of ways that there aren't more of the version 1 out there selling. You know, given the high availability, especially through Hasbro Direct. Because when they release it through Hasbro Direct, it means there was an abundance made of that action figure. And they had a surplus of it, and they were just trying to move them out. But I did find a few that were selling with a fixed price. None of them had accessories. One was selling with scrap iron for $15, and the other was selling with frostbite, who didn't have a waist piece, for $50. Or $15, sorry. So he's out there. Yeah, just be patient with these guys. Just be patient. The prices I noticed are starting to drop a little bit for some of these. Not all of them, especially the army builders, because those are still going up and up. But I'm coming across some decent prices. I check eBay nearly every day just to stay up on these current market prices so that you guys can get those prices, so I could set them up in my reviews and give you an honest quote on them. Let's see. Yeah, that's it, man. That's the end of my notes. You know, I did a lot of G.I. Joe here in the past, so I figured I'd switch over to Cobra. I thank you guys very much for tuning in to my channel. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all the comments, especially the new subscribers. Thank you guys very, very much. It means a great deal to me. I'm up to 225 subscribers, I think it is. So when I get to 250, I'll be holding a giveaway. The closer I get to 250, I will start announcing that prize, but I promise you it will be nice. I won't cheat you guys on it. So, yeah. So that's just a way of thanking you. I'll be doing another giveaway at 250 subscribers. And also, you know, feel free to leave me a one-time contribution, coffee. That money goes right back to the account. And also, this will be down in the link. You don't have to do any of this. Honestly, you do not. I don't expect it from you guys, but I greatly appreciate it. I need a little help getting out to Joe Fest. I would really love to get out there at least once in my life. If I'll make it out there this year, that's cool. There's next year. Give me more time to save for it. But I would love to go out there this year. Sergeant Slaughter will be there. HCC 788 will be. He's always out there, but he's going to be hosting a panel, and I would love to hear what he has to say with that panel. I'm sure he'll put it up on his channel, but I'd like to be there just to meet him, especially, and to meet you guys. I know a lot of you will be out there. I'd love to meet you, shake your hands, get pictures taken with you. So I want to put together a photo album of this stuff. Just memorabilia, you know. I won't be doing this channel forever. I don't know how long I'll keep it up. I'll keep it up as long as I can. It's a lot of fun. I especially love doing it to for your entertainment purposes. It's a nice outlet for me. So yeah, I have a GoFundMe page set up, be down in the description. Coffee account down in the description as well. Again, you don't have to do this. Really, you don't. But it is appreciated. Like I said, the monies from coffee will go back into my account, or back into the channel, to buy more action figures for review and giveaway, and to update my equipment as needed. Still waiting to get a computer program, get some software so I could make better video intros for you. Right now I'm just using an app, but I'd like to give you high quality intros. So I'll need Wi-Fi. I have a laptop finally, but I'll need Wi-Fi to do that, and the program. That way I can just upload it via Wi-Fi. So thank you again. I know I say that a lot, but I can't stop thanking you. You guys are awesome. So anyway, this has been Joe Motion Videos 82 signing off. Have an excellent day. Stay safe out there. Be kind to others and animals. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.